All right, everybody. I'm here with Mr. Andre Galvão. How are you doing,
Yes,
sir?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you.
We just wrapped up a training session. We had Kainen, Felipe on the mats. Could you kind of walk me through Felipe's arrival
Yeah,
into the training and onto the team for the time being?
yeah,
Um,
yeah. For a long time, me and Felipe, we fought a lot against each other. First time we fought was 2014, and then since that year, I think the second match, like when he won Worlds, like defeating me in the finals, IBJF. After that match, like we kind of like became enemies, you know. We didn't talk with each other, and then it was like we knew like we would fight again, and I won the first match. He won the two matches back to back, and then I won like the last two matches. It's like 3-2, you know. And thank God I retired. I don't want to fight this guy anymore. But you know, like after our last fight at DCC, we start talking again. I started talking with his father. You know, he was there, and then we kind of like let out, you know, all these issues that we had, like on the mat and off the mat as well. Um, and then we didn't become like great friends like back then. We just like start talking, right? Respect each other and talking and just like having a fun time with people from jiu-jitsu, right? And then later on, like we start like seeing more each other, you know, in tournaments. He fought against a lot of my students, like Lucas Barbosa. He almost fought Kaina with the gi, and then you know, like the last ADCC, I just like joke. I just say, hey, I just play a joke. I say, hey, we don't have anyone like over 99, you know, because I would like to train with him to prepare for Gordon, you know. And then I said, oh, it was a great idea to have a big guy here, you know. So I just asked, and then he laughed, like, oh, I'm going. And I'm like, no, 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 you can't because Kaina is going to fight Absolute and all that. So, and then after that, I think like there was a little seed like planted in his heart, you know, like the way I kind of like opened up the doors for him. And then later on, like he sent me a message asking like to train here to fight against Gordon. I said, of course, you know. Let me ask everyone. I asked the group. I asked Kaina. I asked Andy, Jonathan, Barbosa, Batista, all the guys that can fight Felipe. You know, even Ty that fought him in the UCC. And then everybody like was super happy, like, oh, that would be sick. Like, let's help him, you know. And then I told him, hey, no problem. Everybody's it's happy that you're coming, you know. So the doors are open. It's like, okay, I'll go. And then here we are, Felipe Pena at Atos headquarters, training every day. He trained like 2-3 times a day here. Um, you know, doing great. You know, he's an excellent student. Listens a lot. He likes to learn. Has amazing technique, and definitely like he's helping a lot us as well because he has a lot to offer with his experience and technique. And also, I believe that everyone that we have here, especially Kaina, that's here right now, can add a lot for his game and his improvement, you know, especially for a fight against Gordon.
yeah, speaking of Kainen as a training partner for Felipe, you know, both between those guys, you know, how many titles, do they?
Crazy, yeah.
Right, and so they definitely offer a lot one to the other. Um, Looking forward for Kainen, he's another ADCC title. He's a gi champion. What do you see moving forward for Kainen Duarte?
Man, Kaina is a guy that nobody wants to fight. You know, I can tell that because he's ready to fight anyone. You know, he can fight anyone. The first ACC he won, he fought like in the over 99, and then the second one he fought under 99, and he did great on both. The first one was crazy because then I think his second match was against Buchecha, right? And and it was his first year as a black belt, and kind of like in a short amount of time as a black belt, he fought back to back only like great champions like Rodolfo Vieira, Leandro Lo, Buchecha, um, João Gabriel, and many others, um, and he gained so much experience like really fast, and then he already like won uh, all these champions, all of them, and he's down to fight anyone. And before he was more a gi fighter, right? But now I can tell like his no gi game is way better than the past year. He improved a lot since the last two ADCCs, and he's willing to fight both gi and no gi. He just became a champion in the IBJJF Grand Prix, and right now he wants to fight all these no gi super fights, because it's not next year is not gonna have ADCC. We're not gonna have ADCC, so there'll be a lot of super fights, and he's willing to fight Nicholas. He wants to fight Nicholas really bad. But we're not sure like if Nicholas wants to accept the fight. Craig already fought ADCC, and even Gordon. But also we don't know if Gordon will accept this fight. It seems like Kaina is like the dark horse, So he's there, and everybody's like, oh, no, Kaina, no, let me find someone else, And I see a lot of people like challenge people from Atos, challenge our athletes, And most like they challenge like the gi athletes to fight no gi, And we have Kaina, Lucas Barbosa, Ty and Kate Rutolo, that they are like the top team from Atos headquarters, no gi, And all the other guys, they still like improving in they're like adapting their game to the no-gi still, And it's just a small click. They need like a big victory to have that click that they're capable to do both. Right now we have Andy Murasaki, Jonathan Gracie, Lucas Pinheiro, Osama, that's the Ruserweight that became no-gi black belt world champion, right? We have all these guys here, and not only Kaina, but all these guys, they are willing to have super fights in the no-gi as well. And as I mentioned before, we are training full-time no-gi right now. We're not like part-time no-gi. Kaina won the last ADCC titles being a part-time no-gi fighter, and now he's a full-time no-gi fighter. Also training gi every day, so he's doing both. And now it depends on the opponents, He's willing to fight gi and no gi. There'll be the Europeans. We're thinking about fighting Europeans, but I hope we can have a match like under the same card as Felipe, because since Felipe will be fighting there against Gordon, Kaina will be here every day helping him out, so he's gonna be ready to fight anyone at that card. So it's up to you guys to give him a fight, and also the athletes, to accept the fight.
I think that makes perfect sense. We'd be really, really excited to see that. I know everybody would, the whole community.
Yeah, for sure. The whole community wants to see that fight, and I think we can have an amazing pay-per-view, with this match between Kaina and Nicholas.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.